Hello everyone, good to see on the channel how to use it, and in that video we get to know about function VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Its function help us in different ways, very useful and can help you in your work. Let's to see some examples how to use it, and you can figure it out how to use it in your work. For example, you have the table with hundreds types of laptop or another information, and you have to know about the properties, about some particular things of some of your laptop. You know the name, the model with laptop, but you have to find the information about this laptop. For example, we have a specific table that can help us to find information about one of the laptops. We will find information about first laptop. I input its name in that cell and start writing our function VLOOKUP. We can choose that, is open the bracket. We can click to this and understand the whole structure. And if you want, you can read information about every this part of that function. And first, it's a key, search a key. We can input in that first part of our function name what we want to find, but it is more convenient, more comfortable to using it's some cell. Then I click on that cell. So I press comma, and the next it's range, where we have to find information. I switch to another list, another sheet, and select that range from A1 to P19. You also can select all that columns. If you will add some information in the future, you always can receive appropriate information. Press comma. After that we have index. Index it's number of column where we have to find information. In that range it's first column. We want to find, for example, model firstly. That's why I input 1. And the last part of our function, it's indicators whether the columns to be searched. If I input 0 or false, it means I want to find exactly that name that I input in the first part of our formula, our function. Close the brackets, enter. And we find information about name. Maybe it's not so clear to you to understand why we input that name and find that name, but let's continue. If we pull it right in second cell, we receive some error. First of all, because Google Sheets change this cell and change this range. It's not okay, so I have to freeze this cell. If you know, we use in previous our lessons sign dollars. You can input dollars near the number and near the word in that way. Or it depends of your laptop, you can use a function F4. And this sign of dollars was inputted near the word and near the number. And the same situation in that range. Enter. After pulling right, for example, we find the same information. But and in that situation, we have to change this number to second, because we find information in second column. in second column, and for each that column we have to change our formula. So I scale less this table to see all columns, drives type, and I forgot to input price. So I pull it right to all that columns and come back to you before some period after I change all these cells. So I have changed this information in each our column and receive needed information about this type. But let's change, for example, to second type. So it's automatically changed to that model. Let's check. Fujitsu price is 159. 159. And next it's 15.6 diagonal and 117. Let's change. Copy, paste. So we receive information about this model. If it's help you, you can use it, but let's try to do something harder, something more difficult, and improve our knowledge about this function. But basically in that moment you can understand how it works and use in your work. But if you're interested in more difficult thing, let's continue to research some information about this interesting formula. It's so long to edit each cell, that number, and I want to offer you one interesting function that can help us to input that numbers 1, 2, 3 into our formula automatically. And I'm gonna show you the function match. I select that cell, it's a model, it's name of our first column, comma, and I will compare with it names from that area, comma, and null, because we want to exactly number. So I make a mistake, match, enter, yeah, I receive 1, because it's a first name in our range. If I pull it right, it won't work correctly because we'll shift this range. That's why I freeze it. I input sign dollars close to the words and numbers with using function F4 on my keyboard, but you can manually input it, and enter. And if I pull it right, I receive 2, because it was shifted to diagonal, and if I pull it right to the end, I receive on each column their numbers. So how it's help us? We can copy this function and input instead 1. Instead manually type in number, we calculate it in automatic way. Enter. And after that I pull it right and receive very fast the same result. Okay, let's go do something more difficult. Imagine the situation when you receive from your supplier new prices for some laptop, but he received you some table, but it's not equal to number rows of your table. That's why you have to match name of the model of that laptop and copy it in manual way, but it's so hard and you waste your time because we have our functions VLOOKUP. So let's use it in that way. For example, you don't have any prices and you receive new prices from your supplier. VLOOKUP, we see on the name of our model laptop. After that we have to select our range with new prices and name that laptops. After that comma, and we have to select second column because we have prices in second column, and 0. Enter. So let's match Toshiba Z930. Oh yeah, Toshiba Z930. Yeah, it's correct price. We can pull it down. No, it's not so correct because we have to freeze this range. Function F4 and okay. Let's match another price, for example for Dell Precision 391. Yes, it's okay. And in that situation you can receive in any ranges, in any position, in any cells some name of the laptops, and you always have correct price for that laptop. You have appropriate name of the laptops in your supplier and in your table. But if you work on long term with some supplier, he always receive you the same name of model that laptops. It can work in your situation. And in that situation, if I change some name of our columns, I receive information from that name. For example, if I want to cache in that, I receive in automatic way, because now we can change name of our table on this sheet, and always we can see the correct information about our model. So let's go to improve another thing in our table. It's name of model what we selected. It is very hard to input it manually or copy from some lists, some sheets. So for that we learned previously about data validation. We can select that names, save, and now we have the list of that laptops. If I select someone, I receive in automatic way appropriate data from this about this laptop. It's very convenient in that way. Thank you for watching. If you like this information, thumbs up to this video, subscribe to the channel, press ring bell if you want to know about new videos on that channel. Write comment below if you want to know more information about Google Sheets, and I will record for you, special for you, new information, new lessons, what you want. And go to the next video, what you see on the screen.